When you think of Africa, what comes to your mind? Are you visualizing it? Well, I'll tell you right away, this is not it. We can't be reduced to that. Whatever it is that you see, is not enough. There's much more to it. We are more than the landscapes, the nature, the beautiful weather, the lakes, the warm sand, and gorgeous beaches. We are more than the jungles, the safaris, the wildlife and biodiversity. We are more than the natural resources, the vast amounts of arable lands and infinite sources of renewable energies. We are much more than that. We are more than the images of starving children, more than the poverty and hunger. We are more than the foreign aids, charities, missions, humanitarian organizations and diseases. We are more than the ones always in need of assistance. We are more than our tribes, clans, ethnic groups, families, political parties or religions. We are more than the endless wars, meaningless killings and massacres. We are more than our divisions, more than the injustices, corruption, and bad governance. We are more than the coup d'etats, dictatorships, more than the false democracies and illegal rulings. We are more than mercenaries, soldiers, militias, rebels, armed groups or patriotic movements. We are more than the innocent deaths, the martyrs, more than the unfairly incarcerated and the unjustly convicted. Much more. We are more than our heritage and history. We are more than mere descendants of slaves. We are much more than our ancestors taken away from their lands and sold like animals. We are more than the struggles that they went through, the trials and tribulations, more than the obstacles that they faced and more than the circumstances that they had to endure. We are much more than what they had dreamed of, much more than what they thought we could achieve. We are more than freedom, justice, and equality. We are more than man-made laws and fought for rights. We are more than systemic racism, ostracism, marginalization, stereotyping, and profiling. We are more than police brutality, mass incarceration, inequalities, segregation, and opportunity gaps. This is not who we are. We are more than our skins, our levels of melanin. More than our curly, coarse, kinky, braided, twisted, dreaded, knotted, long, short, loose, combed, or messy hair. We are more than our physical attributes, more than our women's sensual shapes and mesmerizing curves. We are more than our strength, more than our resilience and stamina. We are more than our ability to age well. Our relationship with time goes beyond its effect on our physical features. We are simply much more than that. We are more than the connotations and labels. We are more than exploited and colonized. We are more than a third world. We are more than the sanctions imposed on us. We were much more than indigenous people waiting to be civilized. Much more than a group of savages. We are more than what the French, Belgium, Germans, English, Spanish, American, Chinese, Middle Eastern or Indians think of us. We are more than what they have stolen from us, more than the wealth amassed on our backs. We are more than what we have in store, so much more. Then who are we? What do we want people to think of when they hear Africa? We want Africa to be synonymous with the future, the place to be, the cradle of humanity and not its grave. We want you to envision majestic, elegant, wise, powerful but kind and warm human beings. We want you to see our struggles and our journey, when you look at us but only to honor the ones who paved the way for us. And if you must look at our predecessors, take also into account the glorious years and the legends, who gave everything to the world. If you want to understand the now, know what led us here. And whatever adjective that you want to use to describe Africa, know that there is much more to it. So, for lack of better words to define it, let us show you what Africa really is.